What the fuck? So, yeah, I'm actually surprised it's my channel's 10-year anniversary. Doesn't really feel like it's been 10 years, but nope, it has. So then what's planned for this video? Well, it's very simple. Why not remake something from my first video on YouTube? Okay, no, I'm not remaking a whole Death Run minigame map. That video was supposed to be the second video, but because of it being uploaded at the same time as the Emerald Palace video, which is what I consider the actual first video, it ended up uploading the Death Run minigame map first, and not the Emerald Palace video, which is what I will be remaking. But just with a semi-modern twist, as I'm trying to get better at building stuff in Minecraft in general, that just isn't weird-ass tall rectangles. And so while that's playing in the background, I'm gonna go over what is essentially the timeline of my channel. So, let's go. Before we get into the channel itself, we should probably start with how and why I made my channel. So, to start off with, I was originally wanting to be a Minecraft YouTuber. Which I know sounds very weird and concerning given today's connotation, but I was 12! I was 12 at the time! Besides, it was just me being inspired by the YouTubers I watched at the time. Being Stampede, AnTDM, Think Noodles, Exploding TNT, Orpos, and Pop lmao. And surprisingly, only one turned out weird. As for how I got the name Lab, well, it's from this guy. Though originally my channel was just Lab26. The Labster part came around 2016 or 17 when an IRL friend who used to be in a lot of my old videos, who was known as a Firerock, said the name randomly in middle school between classes. And as for the 26 part of my username, honest to Arceus, I do not remember how I even came to be. I guess the numbers just popped into my head and making my channel. Genuinely, I just do not remember how the 26 part came about. As for the actual channel uploads themselves, yeah, it's nothing really special. It's mainly just me messing around with whatever. Mainly just Minecraft stuff that was recorded on a phone, and me making videos with my Angry Bird figures. So, yeah, just normal kid trying YouTube stuff. So, really not much to note because it's literally just me trying to get my footing. Though, looking back and seeing this, yeah, it makes me kind of sad since we had to put Sky down in November due to bone cancer. So, yeah, as much as I hate my old videos, mainly just because of my voice, I am not gonna private this video just for memory reasons. Alright, on to 2016, where the first 4 videos, or at least the ones that are still public, were more or less just the same as before. Just Minecraft recorded on a phone with some random TGA trailer that's still up, apparently. Huh. I thought that was unlisted a while ago. Whatever. June, however, would mark a turning point for this channel. Actually high-quality videos alongside actually edited videos! Thanks, random-ass YouTube camp that somehow existed. No, I am not making that up. While I didn't have a microphone yet, I was able to actually start editing videos, plus my Minecraft videos afterwards wouldn't be recorded on phone, rather, I would actually learn to use a screen recorder. Didn't stop the weird videos, though. Honestly, looking back through the uploads of 2016, none are really special, or really need to be mentioned. Though I will mention that I actually do have some scrap videos I made in 2016 on my old-ass iPad, which, yes, it still functions, despite its very broken state. Even I'm surprised it still works. It was thrown down a flight of stairs! But there is something interesting about 2016 in particular. Not only because this is when I actually started to get into Five Nights at Freddy's, you know, FNaF, the big thing that I'm known for now, but also an old mascot that I wanted to try for my channel being LabOrg, which was promptly scrapped because, well, to be honest, I mean, what would I even do with it? However, the tail end of 2016 would soon mark the next and actually more applicable turning point for the rest of my channel's life, which the thumbnails of the last 2 videos uploaded clearly show. So as the last two videos from 2016 showed, the tail end of that year was the start of SFM for me. Only for me to not upload anything SFM related until March, with the same video being uploaded again a month later in April. Man, what was I doing at the time? Making some random second season to a series? Oh. Yeah, despite me having a software with unlimited possibilities, I barely did anything with it, only making a few videos with it, even a proper intro that was never used. However, August would change things up, as that's when I took SFM more seriously, even attempting to host a collab of my own. To literally barely any success, unsurprisingly. But then there's October, which would see the upload of one of my most popular videos, How to Make the Joy Creation Story Mode Not Scary by Goron Guy 123. Yep, this video was the thing that really helped my channel in the long run. Funny to think I was going to put all my SFM stuff on a second channel. You know, in hindsight, maybe that's why I didn't do much SFM stuff at first. Huh, you know, that actually makes a lot of sense. But regardless, this video really did help me, since it actually made me use SFM for other videos. In fact, after that video, only one public video was a non-SFM related thing, being some weird Minecraft map playthrough thing. But the next year is where things really ramp up. Now this is a year that really changed my channel. I know I've been saying that a lot, but I really do mean it this time. Since at that point, I would have become friends with Goron, which in turn helped me meet some of the people that have appeared on my videos a lot ever since. Being, of course, Daniel, Nick, G-Man, and Cody. There might have been other people, but I genuinely cannot remember because I long left that group chat. So, yeah, there might be some other people, but I just cannot remember. And while I didn't appear in any videos yet, except for Cody because we did have that plush ASDF movie thing, my channel became much more active. Hell, in August of that year, I figured out how to actually render animations to the highest quality possible. Also, side note, but I want to give a quick thanks to the Hottest Dog for teaching me how to render posters. I'm not kidding, he actually helped me figure out how to export renders. And also animations, although I might have figured that part out on my own. And this is all because I was trying to make some Special Strike fan art. While there were some videos that weren't SFM related in 2018, it's when SFM really became the main thing of this channel. Though I think next year would kind of be a bit more, so. Now 2019, I think, is personally when my channel hit its peak. Many animations at a rapid pace, more videos with friends that I've made, and just overall quality just feels like it went up. Plus, this is the year that me and Daniel got noticed by 8-Bit Riot, so it's already a plus. Plus, this year is when I started to tease a certain project. But, yeah, not really much else to really know this year, so. Well, first thing to start 2020 off with, an actual PC! Since beforehand I had an old laptop that was admittedly starting to not be good at running SFM. But this new bulky-ass PC was able to run it much smoother. And not only that, but it's when ICN was first announced. Which, for those wondering, is still happening. It's just being handled by Southern since I stepped out as the main director, I think, like 2 years ago at this point. It's just, my end was just motivation. I'm still helping with renders and voice lines and everything, but just not really being much of a director nowadays. There were a good chunk of animations being uploaded too, but nothing really to note in specific. Okay, well, aside from Dark Deception flooding the first couple months since models were actually available in the workshop, but yeah, it's nothing, man. Well, there's definitely a lot more to talk about here than the last couple sections, mainly because this is when my channel sort of slowed down in uploads. Well, 2021 did have a decent start, even uploading the longest song animation I've ever done. It started to slow down a lot, with 2022 and 2023 having probably the least amount of animations, mainly just due to motivation and just being at an all-time low. And while I did start up the Lapse Universe channel, it didn't really go anywhere. Also, I don't plan on re-uploading those videos here due to both inconsistent lore, as well as 2 VAs I would rather not mention. So, well, into the abandoned channels we go. The other reason as to why I wasn't uploading as much was just because of Yenny's videos, which, as most of you probably know, I make the majority of the renders and animations for Yenny's videos. And that took some time away from my channel. Even if I tried uploading some stuff during All the Way 2's production, I was focusing more on that than my own channel. The only notable thing that happened in 2024 is, of course, my new and original model in June, which I want to quickly thank Splatjosh for the concept and Bennett JL for the model, and also for Freddo for coordinate. But other than that, I did try to animate more, but at least to the best of my abilities. And now we reach this year, which I label as a resurgence because I'm actively trying to make more content and animations for my channel. Which, granted, I feel like I'm doing a good job of all things considered. Just the motivation for video making is just coming back really strong. And don't worry, I still got more ideas to come down the line. So be sure to stay tuned, and enjoy the rest of the time lapse.
Bye.